In San Diego, we get around a foot of rain, so people ask which one's better, grass or turf? Grass is cheaper for people and more easily attainable. On the other hand, turf is more expensive, but it would be easier to maintain and will last longer for them.
The five factors we put into our cost-benefit analysis were maintenance costs, durability, environmental impacts, installation costs, and aesthetics. For a real lawn, we said the maintenance costs were high, its durability was short, and its environmental impact was high. It had a lower installation cost, and the aesthetics were not as good as fake turf. For fake turf, we said the maintenance costs were lower, the durability was longer, the environmental impact was lower than real grass, and installation costs were higher, and its aesthetics were good.
First, we have the maintenance cost of turf versus lawn, and this is an economic factor, so the cheaper it is, the better. I chose to use a time frame of around 25 years because this is the life expectancy of turf. Turf owners should hose down their turf every so often, and the cost of using this water comes to around $300 over 25 years. Brushing it is around $40, and odor control, if you have pets, is around $6,000. So the total cost over 25 years, if you have pets, is $6,340. Without pets is $340. The annual cost without pets is $13.60. Now moving on to the lawn side, over 25 years, the cost of mowing, edging, and disposing of clippings comes to around $18,000. Aeration overseeding to keep your lawn looking nice is $2,500. Investing in fertilizer and herbicide is $6,000. And of course, the cost of watering your lawn is $9,000. So the total cost over 25 years for grass lawns are $35,500, and the annual cost is $1,420.
Another factor is durability. For grass, an individual blade of grass will last for an average of 40 days. This is because it is torn apart from everyday activities such as walking or playing sports. And the only way it can last longer is with proper care, such as watering it and making sure it gets enough sunlight. Turf, on the other hand, it can last for over 20 years. It is made out of synthetic fibers to give it the realistic look and to give it the cushion feeling. It is designed to be UV resistant so it won't fade away as time goes on. And it is able to withstand more wear and tear and does not need proper care to last longer.
This is the factor of environmental impact, which we labeled as intrinsic because we are the ones that produce fake turf and water real grass. An estimated 9 billion gallons of water are used every day for residential purposes nationwide. Fertilizer and pesticides used in real lawns put harmful chemicals in the runoff water that eventually makes its way back to us. Tools like lawnmowers and weed whackers that are used frequently to maintain lawns create air pollution as well. Water use can be lowered for real grass if water is recycled instead. And since grass is a living organism, it benefits our environment by producing oxygen, filtering out pollution, and cooling down areas. Artificial turf needs little to no maintenance, so therefore no air pollution is caused from electric tools and a significant amount of water is saved. Also, the plastic materials that make up fake turf are usually recycled. The downside to artificial grass, however, is that production creates pollution itself, and once it's no longer usable, fake grass is not biodegradable.
Category that we considered was installation costs, which is an extrinsic factor. For a turf, the average installation cost is around $5.86 per square foot, which would be $1,758 for a 300 square foot lawn. And then the price for labor and materials per square foot is an average of $11, which would be around $3,300 for a 300 square foot lawn. So the average installation price for a 300 square foot lawn would come out to be just a little bit over $5,000. And assuming that there's already a natural grass lawn, there wouldn't be any installation costs for normal grass. The final category that we considered is aesthetics, which is an intrinsic factor. Turf, of course, has a more even and clean look because, unlike natural grass, it doesn't have patches of dead grass or weeds or a whole lot of discoloration. So, although normal grass may look more natural, it does have its faults because overall it's not as visually appealing as turf.
We can calculate the economic break-even point by dividing the difference in installation costs of turf versus lawn by the annual difference in maintenance costs, and this comes to be around 3.61 years. Turf costs more upfront, but a grass lawn takes more money to maintain. So in around 3.61 years, the cost of turf versus the cost of grass are roughly equivalent. After this point, however, turf is more economically beneficial. Before this point, grass is more economically beneficial.
In the long run, artificial turf will cost significantly less to maintain than real grass, despite its higher initial cost. It also has become much more realistic and customizable. In areas that experience water shortages, such as Southern California, fake turf is undoubtedly the better option. It is less expensive, it requires zero watering, and it does not need to be fertilized or cut. Overall, artificial grass still triumphs real turf, but there are some deciding factors. Real grass can benefit the environment if it is maintained properly, and artificial grass eventually won't be usable anymore and cannot biodegrade.